chance to escape Murdoch'sembrace at the night and the wedding of news internet because I could work up with the time I took this bed like at a country still. I stood next TV present the person while Paul Deck delineated that was 3 years away from what was closer to text the camera with the slow arrived there. They walked out at the reception. I had a brief conversation with Miss Cameron. I said, I hope they would not win the election, but that if we did and if we wanted to act in pro-provocative and stand out in the press, I would support him. For some time, the CME had known that the relationship between politics and the media was not serving the public. It was my first hand experience to develop cultural views and negativity that convinced me. President 24 news were making more difficult for the leader to govern. It's got worse, hasn't it? Said I applied a much stronger prime minister were he to take off not feeling he owed anything to the big miracles. At that point, Mr. Murdoch joined us and we changed the subject. Perhaps we should not have done so, but that we did, however, illustrated something of the dishonesty. What are essential political and commercial relationship? It is not easy what that militant Labour leader did last week, make himself an enemy of some of the media's most powerful forces. He was also right that Labour got too close to News International. But he was also right that given the media bias against that, one knew why we tried to level the playing field. In my own defense, my diaries argued for some years with Tony Blair that we need to act on the culture of our media. At one point, he ticked me off. It asked that I not make views obvious in front of Mr. Murdoch, son James, and Lexington, then chief executive of News International. Ultimately, Mr. Blair thought the press had become a problem, but that given our other priorities, people would not understand our taking them on. He also thought it would look like revenge for the fact they had turned against us. And there were political considerations too. Trying to govern in re-election is hard enough without the press being against you. Except that for at times media support was something we courted at the expense of position or principle on media issues, but that trend has now been sprung. The latest revelation has forced the police, News International, and the government to act. The polls will now be more rigorous. News International will continue with their kamikaze crisis management, which one day will be studied as a textbook case of how not to do it. But the most important development are the Prime Minister's inquiries into press practices and a new system of regulation. This means we now have once in a generation opportunity for a new settlement between politics and the media and public. Nobody can argue that we have the press we deserve. Pressured by technological change, a dominant strain of British media has gone into a spiral of decline. If with this scandal is only the most dramatic development, Mr. Cameron did not look comfortable announcing the reviews. He has personal relationship at stake, and given he hired Andy Carson as a communications director, his judgment is too. Already the backlash from part of press has begun to seek to maintain that anything but toothless self-regulation is an assault on the free press. But Mr. Cameron, free press. But Mr. Cameron must stand back from all that and ask himself what is the right thing to do. He did some of it last Friday. The judicial inquiry should be far-reaching. The judicial inquiry should be far-reaching. The news of the war is far from unusual, devious, and legal practices, as Wagner ignored reports from the Information Commission have shown. Parts of British media reminds me of the trade union before Mrs. Thatcher. They feel untouchable. As I say about Labour could and should have done more to do but the very best. But just as the MP's expenses scandal emerged from the failure of Mrs. Thatcher government to tackle MP salaries, so the system worked to which it put an end with a rule that no serving editor could be honored, means she to have something to answer for. Whatever the past, it is Mr. Cameron who must lead the country to a better place. Mr. Miliband has shown himself capable of playing a good principal part, and so should the public. Ultimately, Mr. Blair thought the press had become a problem. Ultimately, political debate will only improve if the public wanted to. If they channel the anger every recent event into an assessment of what kind of people they read, whether they really want to live on a diet of celebrity, trivia, negativity, and views, to corner free, we are all in this together.